Hey guys, it's me. I talked the other day about a little bit about hearing the voice of God, and then Pastor Jeff talked about the same thing, and Pastor Mel on Sunday. And so I thought I would talk a little bit more about my experiences with that. Um, as you can see, it is crazy, crazy hazy out here today, and it's smoke. It's not clouds. It's all smoke from a fire. And um, I'm on the computer again today. I'm still looking for a job that works with our schedule and that's going to meet our needs and that's still going to fulfill me. I've been doing lots of irons in the fire, lots of stuff, and I've been feeling a little hazy, and so I decided to come outside and kind of clear my head. And guess what? It, it smells like a campfire out here. There's soot all over everything, and I'm not sure I'm going to get a lot of peace and clarity out here. And I know that sometimes it's really hard to hear God anyway, but when circumstances, when they're hazy, when there's stuff going on, when there's just a lot of distraction going on, it can be hard to hear Him. So, one of the things that I talk to my kids about a lot is that when you spend time with somebody, their voice is more easily recognizable. So, like if any of my kids walks into a room, I pretty much know who it is based on their walk, and I always know each of their voices. And um, it comes with spending time. It comes with that familiarity, and so I encourage them to spend lots of time in prayer and lots of time in worship, and then really listening to that still small voice inside. That premonition feeling. So a couple of years ago, I had been really practicing just doing whatever I heard, whether it seemed viable or not. I would just do it. And anytime I felt like God would say, drive down this road or go down that way. And sometimes there would be a person in need. Sometimes there would be a woman trying to walk home from the store with all her groceries in the rain. We'd stop and pick them up. God was really beginning to give me opportunities to learn how to listen and how to obey the first time. And sometimes I would feel like I was told to do something and that He'd spoken something to me, and I would do a certain thing or try to call a certain person or drive a certain direction, and nothing would happen. And that was always really frustrating. But I felt like it was just Him kind of testing me to see, okay, are you going to just obey if I tell you to do something? So one day, I was at the gas station with my little people, and it was a ponytail day, was not feeling overly cute, and I pulled up to pump gas, and about 30 seconds after, a young woman pulled up on the other side of the pump. Really cute, 20-something, really put together, skinny, showing her midriff. She was cute. And God told me to pray for her. I really felt like in my heart that I was supposed to pray for her, and I instantly felt nauseous. And I was like, no, not doing that. No, that's crazy. And I look over, and in the back seat of her car, there is furniture, there's a lamp, there's like a little side table, there's blankets, it's like her whole world got shoved in the back of her car. So clearly she's leaving, and I don't know if she had planned to or not. So I'm kind of trying to stir up the courage to talk to her, and she goes into the store to pay. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll wait for a minute. So I wait, and I'm done pumping my gas, and the kids want to go, and I'm like, so I'm waiting, and I start to drive away because I really don't want to do this anyway, right? And all of a sudden, she comes walking out of the store, and I'm like, okay, I have to do this. So I pull around, park the car, I get out, and I walk up to her, and I'm like, hey, can I pray for you? And she starts to cry. And I'm like, seriously? Okay. And she said that she was heading to rehab. She had packed up all of her life. She was leaving her friends, her family, her mom. Her mom's a single mom. They've lived together their whole lives, leaving everything that she knew for a year to check herself into drug rehab. And she said, I just asked God. I said, if you are real in all of this, if you are real, please send me a sign. And I just thought, wow, I was so ashamed. I was so, you know, I was feeling so vulnerable, looking all ratty, no makeup, feeling frumpy, wondering what this girl's going to think of me. And God allowed me to be a person for her that could really encourage her and help her to know that God was with her, that was the answer to her prayer. And so I prayed with her and I gave her some contact info, and I never heard from her again. But I was so moved by that opportunity and by that situation. And you just never know when God's going to use you. And so, like today, I don't know if you can see. Maybe you can see. No, you can't even find it. The sun is right there. It's right there. But I can't really see it through all the clouds. But I know that's still there. It's still feeding our plants. Photosynthesis is still happening. It's still really, really hot out here. So even if you can't see through all of the distractions, He is still there. Do not be discouraged. Keep going out there and sharing the gifts that God has given you with your family, with your friends, with your community, with your coworkers, with your church, because you are called and designed to things. And in the waiting for what that conversation between you and He looks like, just know that He is still working, even if you can't hear Him. So just be faithful to keep stepping. He can't guide or direct your steps if you're not moving. So get moving, get out there, kick some butt. Love you guys. Have a great day.